Welcome. In front of me I have the relatively new Sony Xperia 5 Mark IV, and today I'll go over unboxing along with a quick spec look of this specific device. So anyway, you just jump straight into it. You have some, I think, like off-branded little sticker on here, just whatever. Okay, so it looks like they're trying to follow in like Google footsteps in terms of the packaging design. This really seems like I'm looking at a Google device right here, a Pixel one, but yeah. Obviously, oh no way, no way. Sony, are you effing kidding me? You didn't even include a charging cable, are you insane? So Sony apparently decides to sell a premium device to you, because let's be honest, this is an Xperia, so it's not cheap. Without a charger, which I think, I guess they're legally obligated to do so, but they didn't even include you a freaking cable anymore, which even Samsung includes a cable. Come on. So that's a massive strike right here. But anyway, hopefully they make it up with the device. So let's see. I'll be honest, I do kind of like the design of Xperias, at least the like Mark IV ones and so on. There we go. And this phone actually seems to be fitting in my hand pretty well. It's again kind of like a remote control design where it's super tall. I think it has like a 21:9 aspect ratio. Let's see if I can find it. Yep, it's a 21:9, so if you're watching movies on here, they will fill out the entire screen without any kind of black bars, which is pretty nice. And I am usually biased towards this kind of design. I do like it. This phone is on a smaller side as well compared to like all the other Xperias, which are significantly bigger. This one has a 6.1 inch display, but at 21:9 aspect ratio, it's significantly taller than wider as it's normally. So yeah. Also pretty slim, typical Xperia design right here, nothing really new to be completely honest, but honestly, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, which I think their design is pretty nice, though usually they would include a stereo speakers in here, which, never mind, I think there still are here. As you can see, there are massive slits right here and here, so yeah, I think we still have a decent sound system coming off of this. Now, continuing with the display, which I just told you only the size of it. This is a OLED display, 1 billion colors, 120 Hz refresh rate, HDR, and what else? 86.9% screen to body ratio, and 449 pixels per inch. So, pretty nice display. Obviously, Xperias do have a pretty nice displays. They also have this color calibrated mode inside the settings, so you can change it so it's supposedly more accurate to what it's supposed to look like, which again, if you're a content creator or things like this will help you out, giving you the actual like true look of the colors that you are looking at. As an example, if you take something like a Samsung, the display might look nicer in a way, but truth be told, the color accuracy there is completely off the whack, and especially like in the vivid mode where all the colors are just stupidly saturated, to the point that they look like, for instance, oranges. If you look at them, they're looking like they're radiated and glowing at you. Here you can have it so it's, well, toned down and realistic. And just to kind of show this off, you can go into display, and it should be somewhere here. Oops. Anyway, I'm not going to actually look for it right now. So let's just continue on with the phone. We do actually have a little bit of a curved screen right here, though not really curved. It's more of like those 2.5D glasses. So it has like this kind of like flowing off, which makes it pretty nice if you're using gestures, so your finger isn't like feeling like it's just grinding on the edge of something. So that's pretty pleasant to use. The phone does fit really nicely in my hand. That's one of the things that I do actually like here. So yeah, anyway, let's move over to the cameras at the back, which apparently have been made in collaboration with Zeiss, as always. And the cameras here are triple 12 megapixel sensors. So you have a 12 megapixel wide, telephoto, and ultra wide, all with PDAF focusing, which allows you to shoot at 4K, 60 frames max, also slow motion at 120, I believe. I think that's a slow motion. I'm gonna quickly check. Hopefully I don't have to use this. Let's see. So, if I remember how to use this, that would have been great. Video quality, nope, that's just actual like quality. Do we have a normal camera here? That's one of the kind of bummers. They do include their kind of like their cameras, so Photo Pro, Cinema Pro, and Video Pro, which they're decent in its own right, especially if you're like the person that likes to tweak the photos to be taken, you know, in like some specific way and make it look a little bit better. That's great, but if you're the typical user that just wants to whip out a phone, snap a photo, and have a nice outcome, I think this might not be the phone. I haven't tested out the cameras yet, but that was the case for like previous Xperias, so I expect nothing has changed here. Though previous Xperias, at least in certain cases, did have, I think, normal like camera apps. Not all, but some of them did. So yeah, kind of going into here, I'm struggling to figure out where they actually stashed the refresh rates, which is a little bit annoying. FPS, there we go. Okay, so this actually looks to be recording at 120 Hertz normally, not slow motion. Let's see. Where's the photos application? There we go. Not really sure why we get some photos in here. What's that all about? Yep, that's a normal 120 Hertz recording. So you can record at 4K 100. Actually, that wasn't 4K though. Keep that in mind. I didn't actually change the. I didn't change the refresh rate or the resolution, which now it's gone. Go. Yep. So you can still record at 4K and 120. So that's nice. Now I did spend a little bit too much time on this one. Anyway, moving on to a couple last things. We have a Snapdragon 8 Gen 1 in here. So it's already a little bit dated, I would say. We already have Snapdragon 8 Plus Gen 1, and I think phones are coming out with Snapdragon 8 Gen 2. So I already have for like half a year this device. So Fold, though keep in mind this is not like in comparison between these two. They are in its own like different price ranges that don't even compete with each other. But like I said, if you're putting a flagship processor in here, which Snapdragon 8 Gen 1 was, but isn't anymore. It's already running a little bit of an outdated processor, and I think at the release it was already running a outdated processor, considering Fold has been out on the market for nearly half a year, and this is less than half a year on the market, I think. Yeah, it's been like four months now, I think. September 22 of 2022. So Fold came out before with a better processor than this. And also, I'll just clarify this, Fold isn't the only one with this kind of processor. If we do have I think Realme or Xiaomi that did come out with also Snapdragon 8 Plus Gen 1 at a much more affordable price, obviously. So yeah. Now, last thing to touch upon here, apart from the processor, would be the specs. So we have 128 or 256 gigs of storage in here, and both of them come with 8 gigs of RAM. So you don't really get to choose like how much RAM storage you have. And we do have expandable storage, so you can go for the lower one, 128, and then slap in an SD card up to like half a terabyte, I assume, without a problem, and have stupid amount of storage, which you will need if you're planning to record at 4K 120 Hertz. You will run out of storage real quick. And last thing, battery life here, or battery capacity more like, is 500 milliamps with the charger provided, which is none. So if you don't have a charger, you get to use this device for about a day or two, and then it dies, and well, you're kind of screwed. But if you do have a charger, you can charge it at what is it? Doesn't even say. So we have Power Delivery 3.0. It's advertised to charge in to 50% in 30 minutes. So with that being said, at 5000 milliamp hour battery, it would be something about like 22, no, actually more, closer to like 30 watts charger. So yeah, so still it should charge pretty fast. I mean, 30 minutes to half, it's actually pretty good. So decent battery life here, decent screen, or outstanding screen. And the price tag, as a last thing, it's coming to be close to like $800, which normally I would say it's expensive. But to be completely honest, this is running decent hardware in here. And for $800, if it's actually $800 and not something like $1200, depending on where you're buying it from, $800 is a fantastic actual price for this. I do have to admit, I am a little bit surprised if this price is correct, because Xperias tend to have a massively inflated price, like more than typical. So for $800, this is a phone that I would most certainly pick up if I'm looking for a new one. It's really nice laying in the hand. It's relatively small, obviously, because of the shape of it. It shouldn't really create like much of a bulge in your pocket. It should just kind of like, because it's so slim. It's also thin, has a decent camera setup, though 12 megapixels, but they still should do a pretty decent job. You don't unfortunately have a Google cameras in here, which would allow you to just capture photos a little bit quicker. Hopefully you can sideload them. We have a headphone jack, which is a rarity nowadays, especially on like flagship devices, which you have right here. We have a fantastic display with a high refresh rate and a good battery life with no charger and not even a cable. All in all, really decent package. So anyway, if you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.